Hello everyone, hope you're having a great evening. I'm sure you are in Dr. Oxendine's class, because I'm pretty sure she's keeping you all very entertained. However, since I can't be there with you tonight, I had to send you a video of my presentation, that is. So how do we build confidence in the public school system? I personally believe it begins with the hierarchy, the top of the food chain, as you may call it. The Board of Educators, assistant superintendents, the superintendents. I believe it all begins with them, and then everything trickles on down to their employees. The principals, assistant principals, and eventually teachers, the bottom of the food chain, as you may call it. So, how will we begin? School district employees are the frontline individuals of the community in word-of-mouth communication, and should be informed, influenced, and be motivated through an ongoing internal communication operation. So where must all this begin? I think the information we had, the text, was very informative on ways to improve communication within the schools. However, one of the biggest things that hit me personally was the Board of Educators. The board members. I believe that that's where it's all going to begin, or should begin. Personally, we see it too many times in our board members that they don't hold themselves accountable. They're not held accountable for their own actions. I believe the only ones who can hold them accountable, besides them getting elected in, would be each other. Board members should look at themselves when it comes to the decisions they make. What's better for the school? Is it a person who knows somebody that knows somebody? Or is it an individual who actually knows the job that's been hired for? Which individual should you actually put into that position? Should Jane get it because she knows a board member of a board member? Or should John get it because he actually knows the job that's needed of him? He doesn't need anyone to teach him a job already. He already has the knowledge for it. So, in my eyes, board members have to think what's best for the school, what's better for the school system, and not what's best for politics and what makes everyone happy. Because overall, as educators, we're in this job to educate students, to give them the best education provided, to help them in every way possible. So when you ask yourself, which actually does that? The person who knows somebody that knows someone? Or is it the person who knows the job? In my thoughts, the person who knows the job. They're more likely to get in and do the best job possible. Next, personal thing that I think that would help the schools particularly better is communication, and not just communication with each other. I personally believe that administrators have got to communicate with their staff better. An informed staff means an informed school, an informed community. That's what's needed in our schools. Recently I've had principals and assistant principals who you may never hear from weeks on end, unless you saw them and talked to them. But when it came to information, it was lost. And there was always a question, well, why hasn't that been sent out? Or who told you? And I believe that as teachers, we should hear from our principals what we need to know. And the same as them, they need to hear from their superintendent or assistant superintendents. They shouldn't hear it from word of mouth. It should come straight from the person in charge. So keeping information relevant and up to date is a key asset to the communication between an administrator and their staff, making sure that they know what is entitled to them from a day-to-day basis. Not just a set of dates at the beginning of the year that says this, and this is due, but more of a weekly or bi-weekly information that says, hey, within a few weeks we have a benchmark coming up, or a PDP is due, or a meeting that you must attend. So communication personally has got to come weekly or even bi-weekly if necessary. And then in between if it has to be. When important information comes in, it should be given out to the ones underneath, the staff below. With the day's age of technology, communication is right at our fingertips. We have emails on our phones. We have emails constantly coming to us. So why is it that information that's important takes days or weeks to get back to you? There are many ways in the schools to actually communicate. There's bulletin boards, email, text messages. At our school, we actually have a TV channel. Our channel 1 actually broadcasts the dates weekly or daily throughout the whole day it's on, and it lets students know what's going on and staff. Our new principal we've got the past year has actually started one thing that I think is very great. She sends us bulletins on at least a weekly basis with dates that are important, letting us know what we need to improve on or change, letting us know what events may be occurring within the week or the days to come. And to me, that's very important as an administrator because it keeps me and my students informed of everything that's happening. One of the most important things is the leaders in the school, your department chairs or your grade level chairs. They should be kept informed more than I believe just a teacher themselves, because they can relate the message faster than maybe an administrator can. Administrators should contact their department heads or their 8th grade chair members and let them know what events will be partaking within the next few weeks or days. So communication between administrators and staffs is a must. It has to happen. For that to happen, it's got to start once again from the top and trickle its way on down. Last thing I think actually would help our school system is keeping employee morale up, keeping it high, because employees is down, dreads their job, hates to walk in the door every day, is not someone who's going to give you their best. And as I said before, as educators, we are here to give our best every day to a student. That's our job. So keeping employees' morale high, keeping them wanting to show up to work every day, proud to say that they work with the public schools, is a must. It can be done very easily though. However, a lot of times it isn't. Keep an eye on message boards. Talking to key communicators throughout the school. Once again, your department chairs. On how the staff themselves think would be better, or what would be better, not how, would be better for the school. What things need to change, what's not working, what might work. Getting ideas that would help a teacher want to come to school every day versus dread to walk through the doors. Teachers are, in my eyes, my personally, in a sense, a big kid. And what do we do with our kids? We boost them up. We make them feel like they've done something great. We support them. We cheer them on. The same thing needs to happen with the staff, teachers, principals, assistant principals, pretty much everyone. A little pat on the back here and there actually helps and makes you think, hey, I'm doing a good job. So promoting accomplishments is one way that will boost anyone's self-esteem. Having the principal say, hey, such and such actually went on, got their master's degree, or is continuing their education to become an administrator. Saying that they presented at an event. Saying they published a book over the summer. Anything that supports, hey, they're doing great things, boosts his ego, it boosts his morale. It's a pat on the back, not to be boastful, but just to say, hey, we appreciate what you do for us. And last but not least, a friend of mine actually mentioned that they were trying something at their school. And the principal was actually going to give out kind of books, like they do to students, to the staff though, to actually encourage and reward the staff for the things they're doing. For instance, stand over late to help in an event, or helping another staff member with a PowerPoint presentation, or with Smartboard, or showing them something they need help with the new operating system. All these things that I've mentioned actually help boost a person's ego, their morale, to help them think, I actually matter when it comes to my school. Conclusion. If an employee works with you or under you feels as if they matter, or as if they are just a big influence on the school as you are as a principal, assistant principal, superintendent, or even a board member, then they're more likely to come in every day and give 110% versus someone who never gets appreciated, do extra work every week, but is never actually said thank you to. Which would you rather be at? A school where you work a lot, you work more than you have to, and it never gets noticed? Or a school where when you stay out there late every single day of every week, over and over again, and you're at every event, every dance, every game, and you're said, hey, thanks. Which school would you rather work for? Personally, not to be boastful, but I like to be told I do a good job from time to time. Actually, I hope I get told that, when I return to Miss Dr. Oxendine's class and she tells me that about this presentation. So in conclusion, I'd like to say thank you for watching. Still sorry I couldn't be there. I hope you have a great night.